Greetings, fellow grade 11s. It's Mr. Shajar here, and welcome to Back to Basics. Now, what is it that you are doing here, basically? Now, we are going to be examining our November 2018 past paper, right? Now, we are looking at our exponents and sets. Let's look at the first question, your 2.1. In 2.1, we are given that you're having 2 to the power of x subtracts your 3. This is going to subtract what? Subtract your 3. This is subtract your 3. Let's write our 3 nicely. Now, this is going to subtract your 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of x plus your 1. This is going to be divided by 2 to the power of x, subtract what? Subtract your 2. Now, the first thing that you're going to do here, you're going to write all of this in factor form. And now, when you're writing this in factor form, what is this going to be? Now, this is going to be same as now this is going to be same as 2 to the power of x multiplied by what? Multiplied by 2 to the power of negative 3. This is going to be subtract what? This is going to subtract 3, which is going to be multiplied by 2 to the power of x. And then this is going to be plus what? Or rather, let's say you write this also in factor form. This is going to multiply by 2 to the power of 1, right? Because that is going to be the same as your 2. Isn't it so? Now, in your denominator, you're going to also have 2 to the power of x multiplied by 2 to the power of negative 2. And now that you are having this, let's see, what else are you going to have? Now you are going to take out the common factors. And the common factor that you're going to take out, it's going to be 2 to the power of x. And when you're taking out the 2 to the power of x as a common factor, now you're going to be left with 2 to the power of what? 2 to the power of negative 3, which is same as 1 over 2 cubed, right? This is 1 over 2 cubed. Subtract. What is it that you're going to be left with here? You're going to be left only with 3 multiplied by your 2. All right. Then this is going to be divided by, now this is going to be divided by 2 to the power of x multiplied by, what is this? This is same as 1 over 2 squared, right? Altogether. Now, this is one thing that I want you to take note of. Now, these two are going to cancel each other. Now, the 2 to the power of x and 2 to the power of x are going to cancel each other, right? So, which means now, as we are continuing, you're going to have 1 over 8 subtract your 6. Remember, this is 1 over 2 cubed. It's same as what? Same as 8. 3 multiplied by 2, it's your 6. This is going to be divided by what? This is going to be divided by 1 over your what? 1 over your 4. Altogether. And now when you're doing like that, what is it that you're going to have now? For an example, when you say what is 1 subtract your 1 over 8, rather, when you say 1 over 8, 1 over 8 subtract your 6. Now the answer that you're going to get here, it's going to be same as negative what? This is going to be same as your what? This is going to be same as your negative 47 all over your 8. Now I want us to change the division sign to a multiplication sign, right? So now, if you are changing the division sign to a multiplication sign, now these are going to intertwine, right? Your numerator is going to go to your denominator and your denominator to your numerator, which means this is going to be 4 over 1 now when you're multiplying. So then now when you're multiplying, can you see that this is going to be, you're going to say now when you cross multiply 4 into 4 once and 4 into 8 twice, right? So which means the answer that you're going to be having is going to be negative 47 all over your 2. Altogether. Now that is basically going to be the first question, right? Now let's go to your 2.2.1 now and see. Now in that one specifically, what is it that you are going to do to solve that particular question? Now here you are given what? Let's just make up our space here. Right now, let's say now in this one, let's take this nicer color, right? So this is going to be same as 2 subtract your 16. This is x to the power of what? Negative your negative what? This is going to be negative 3 over 2, if I'm not mistaken, negative 3 over 2, right? So now then what is going to be that one? Now the first thing that you are going to do, they say this is equals to 0. So now you can start by taking out the 2 this other side. So you are going to be left with negative 16. X to the power of negative 3 over 2 is equals to your negative 2. Now, the next thing that you're going to have now, you're going to divide by negative 16. You're going to divide by negative 16. Now, what is going to be that now? When you're dividing by 16 and 16 on both, negative 16 and negative 16 on both sides, what is it that you're going to be left with here? you're going to be left with x to the power of negative 3 over 2. And then this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as 1 over your 8. Now, I want us to write 1 over our 8 in terms of exponent. This is going to be same as x to the power of negative 3 over 2 is equals to, now 1 over 8 can still be written in terms of what? The 8 is your cube number. So this is can still be written in terms of what? 2 to the power of negative 3 altogether. Now that is going to be there. Now that we are here, now what is it that we are going to do? We are now going to multiply. We are going to multiply with the reciprocal of what? Of your negative 2 over 3 this side, multiply by negative 2 over 3 this side, so that you can remove your exponent into your x, right? So which means now when you're multiplying with that on both sides, what is it that you're going to have? Here you're going to have positive 1 rather, right? Which is same as your x, which is going to be close to here. You are going to say the 3 are going to cancel each other, negative and negative. So this is going to be same as 2 squared, which is your x is always going to be close to what? Your x is going to be close to your 4. Right, so basically that's what you're going to do to get these 3 marks here, right? Now let's move swiftly along. Now let's say I do the second one. Now what is it that you're going to do into the second one? Now this one, you are given that you are having 4, this is 4 to the power of x plus your 8 is equals to 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of what? 2 to the power of x. Now, in this one, there are many ways that we can use to solve this, right? Now, we can solve this way firstly. This is same as 4x. Then we take this one, this side is negative 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of x plus your 8 is equals to your 0, right? Now, this is still going to be your trinomial, right? Altogether. So now, if you simplify this one, now what is it that you are going to take note of? I want you to take note that this is same as what? This is same as your 2 squared to the power of x subtract what? This is subtract your 9 multiply by 2 to the power of x plus what? Plus your 8, which is equals to 0. Now that you're having this, now you can still simplify this in this format. You can open up your 2 brackets here and say this is equals to 0. You see, this is 2 to the power of what? 2 to the power of x. So now what is it that you can do here? So we are saying now this, you can still let this to be 2 to the power of x and to be 2 to the power of x, because you are still going to get what? 2 to the power of 2x, right? Now we want the factors that can give us our 9. Now the factors that can give us our 9 here, it's going to what? It's going to be your what? If let's say from here you are having 1 and here you are having your 8. Now what is it that you're going to do? This is going to be your negative, right? And your negative, because when you say 2 multiplied by negative x, 2 multiplied by your 2 to the power of x, rather multiplied by negative 1, you are going to get negative 2 to the power of x, right? And when you say now this is negative what? Negative 8 multiplied by what? Multiplied by your negative, multiplied by 2 to the power of x, you're going to get negative, right? Negative 8, which is, this is going to give you a negative 9 to the power of what? Negative 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of x. So which means this is going to be your solution. Now that you are here, now you can start by doing this. This is same as what? 2 to the power of x subtract 8. You are equating it to 0. And again, this is 2 to the power of x subtract your 1. You are equating it to 0. Now, what is it that you're going to have here? This is same as 2 to the power of x is equals to your 8. Now, when you take your 8 this side, you can still make this 2 to the power of 3, which is one and the same thing, which means now you are having the same basis. Your x is going to be equals to your 3. Now, on this other side, you're having 2 to the power of x is equals to, when you take this 1 on this side, what is this going to be? This is going to be positive 1. And now positive 1 is same as what? You can write this in terms of 2 to the power of x, which is same as 2 to the power of 0, because anything to the power of 0 is same as 1, right? So which means your x here is going to be what? Is going to be close to your 0, right? So basically, that's how you can solve it. Oh, now there's another way that you can solve this particular question. You can solve this question using your K method, right? Now, this is how you are going to use your K method then. Now, firstly, we are saying, what is it that you are having here? You are having your 4. This, we are saying this is 4 to the power of x plus your 8 is equals to your 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of x. Now, what is it that you're going to have here? This is going to be 4 to the power of x, subtract 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of x, plus your 8 is equals to your 0. Now, what is it that I want you to take note of? This is the same thing. I want you to note that this is still same as 2 squared multiplied by x, subtract your 9 multiplied by 2 to the power of x. This is going to be plus your 8 is equals to your 0. Now, this is what you are going to do. Now, you are going to let 2 to the power of x to be equal to k, which means wherever there is 2 to the power of x is equals to k. And remember that 2 to the power of 2x is same as what? It's same as 2 to the power of x multiplied by 2 is still one and the same thing, which means now if you write your k here, can you see that this is going to be same as what? This is going to be same as your k what? K squared. Okay. Now these are one and the same thing. So which means now this here is going to what? Here you're going to write your k there, which is going to be k squared, subtract your what? Subtract your 9 multiply by what? 9 multiplied by k, which is going to be 9k plus your 8 is equals to your 0. Now you are going to open your two brackets here. These are going to be equal to 0. So you are going to say this is going to be k, this is going to be equals to k. Now, which combination can give you your negative 9 here? Whenever you're having 8 and 1, both of them, when they're negative, you can get negative 9k, right? So which means your value of your k is going to be equals to what? Is going to be equals to your 8, or your value of your k is going to be equals to your 1. How to get? And now that you're having that, what is it that you're going to do now? Remember, you are solving for x, not k. So you're going to come back now and substitute back. Remember, you said 2 to the power of x is equals to k. Now you found out that your k is equals to 8. So you're going to say this is equals to 8. So which means this is going to be 2 to the power of x is equals to 2 to the power of what? 2 cubed. Because your 8, when you write your 18 factor form, this is the same as 2 cubed. So now that you're having the same basis, your x is going to be equals to your 3. Or now this is going to be same as what? This is same as 2 to the power of x is equals to your 1. Remember, you also found out that your k is equals to 1. And remember, this is 2 to the power of x is equals to your 1 can still be written in terms of 2 to the power of 0. Now that you are having these as your same base, remember the reason why we are making this to the power of 0 so that you can have the same basis, right? Now that you're having your same base, your x is going to be equal to 0. You're going to find your answer, right? Now, so basically that's what you're going to do. Now let's move swiftly along now to our next question. Now the next question is, you are given that you're having cube root or rather root of x, right? So you're having root x 9 is equals to what? Is equals to your 243 rather. This is 243. Let me write this very nicely. We are saying this is equals to 243. Now, so what is the first thing that you can do here? Now, there is a thing that you can do is, now remember this is going to be what? Now, if you can solve this, now, firstly, what is going to be your root? What is going to be this here? Now, this is same as what? Now, if you continue this, this is going to be same as x is same as 3 squared is equals to, now, what is 243? When you say 243 equals to shift factor, you're going to get that this is same as 3 to the power of 5. If I'm not mistaken, yes. So which means now what is it that you're going to do? Now we are saying if the law of exponent, if you're having m here, a to the power of n. Now this is same as what? Yes, you can still be written in terms of n over m, right? So now, in the same breath, this is still going to be still same as what? 2 to the power of what? 2 over your x, which is equals to what? Which is equals to your 3 to the power of what? 3 to the power of 5. Now that your denominators are the same, all of them, you are having 3 as your same denominator. So you're going to let the 2 over your x to be equals to your what? Your 5. Then you're going to cross multiply, right? When you cross multiply, this is same as 2 is equals to 5x. You divide by 5 here, you divide by 5 here, which means now your value of your x is going to be 5 over, it's going to be 2 over 5 rather, right? It's going to be 2 over your 5. Okay, so basically that is going to be your value of your x, right? Now, then let's look at the last question, your 2.3, and see in terms of what is it that you can do in that question. Now, in 2.5, what is it that you can do here? Firstly, you are given that, right? Now, let's see. So in this one, you are given that you're having a root of, let me just fix this very nicely, right? This is same as what? This is your root of what? Let me just write this root a little bit nicer. Yes, now you see it. So we are saying this is same as what? This is p squared, subtract your what? Subtract your q squared, multiply by what? This is same as what? Your p plus your q close bracket, your 5 over 2. And then this is going to be same as divided by what? This is going to be divided by your P. Subtract your Q into 1 over 2. Now, let's see. What is it that you can do here? Now, the easier thing that you can do firstly, now I want you to understand that the P squared subtract your Q squared is going to be a difference of 2 squares, right? Now, which means now this is going to be written in terms of what? Can still be written in terms of, let's see, this is going to be your P. This is going to be P subtract your Q and your P plus your Q, right? Close bracket, right? That's going to be that. And now this is going to be multiplied by what? This is going to multiply P plus your Q, close bracket 5 over 2. And then this is going to be divided by what? This is divided by what? Your P subtract your Q, 1 over 2. Now that you're having that, now I want you to do this. Now you are going to say what now? If you want to get rid of the square root, remember here, your square root is the same as you're having an invisible 2 here, right? So which means now you can solve this. Now this can still be expressed in terms of what? This is same as P subtract your Q, close bracket 1 over your 2. This is going to be multiplied by P plus your Q, close bracket 1 over your 2, multiply by what? Multiply by P plus your Q, close bracket 5 over your 2, divide by. Now look, what we are dividing with here, we are dividing by P, subtract your Q to the power of what? 1 over 2. Now, I want you to look at the denominator and the numerator and see whether you see something common. Yes, these brackets and also these brackets are going to be the same. So if these two brackets are the same, they are going to cancel each other. Now, I want you to look at these. These are going to be the same base. P plus Q, close bracket 1 over 2, and P plus Q, which means now, if you can look at just the P plus Q and P plus Q in here, you'll realize that these are going to be your same base, right? So if these are going to be your same base, so which means now this is same as what? P plus Q, close bracket 1 over 2 plus what? Plus 5 over 2. How to get it? Because when multiplying powers of the same base, you add the exponents. Now, what is going to be that one? Now, as soon as you add that, the answer that you're going to get, it's going to be 6 over 2, which is same as what? P plus your Q, what? Also, cubed. I want to get. So basically now this is going to be the answer that you're going to find. Hopefully this makes sense to you now. And thank you very much.